Good morning, everyone. Welcome. It's great to be here for what is the first of 5 short webinars that we're going to be running over the course of the next couple of months. Today is all around Smarter CRM today, Smarter You tomorrow. So welcome to everybody who is able to attend. Your hosts for today are myself. So I'm the Chief Executive of Spotler UK, and I'm joined by Omar, who's Head of Customer Experience. And after a short introduction from me, Omar's going to take you into some real practical tips and tricks to be used within the CRM platform that you have. The event today should take around 30 minutes. There's going to be plenty of time at the end for questions. But if you have any questions as we go through the demonstrations, just drop them in the questions tab on the platform. Equally, if you miss any of the content as we go through, there's going to be a recording that we will send to you afterwards. So yeah, it's going to be great and good to be back in front of all of our CRM customers once more. Over the course of the next few months, as I've said, we're going to run 5 different sessions. The one today is around practical tips and tricks on CRM. So what have we developed over the course of the last couple of years at Spotler? And then every 2 weeks for the next 6-8 weeks, we're going to cover other topics. So at the end of August, we're going to delve deep into contact management. In September, we're going to talk about advanced reporting and dashboarding. And then as we build up in October to automations, so how do we automate, or how do you create automations within the CRM platform in order to make your life easier? And then we'll finish in the middle of October with a deep dive into email, which is one of Spotler's core propositions. So yeah, should be good content. But the purpose of today is to give you some quick, easy, and really helpful tips about how you can be utilizing CRM for the best inside of your organization. So it has been a while. So many of you come from the RSS company that Spotler acquired 2 years ago now. So I'm going to spend a small amount of time giving you a brief reintroduction into who Spotler are, and then also talk to you about how Spotler CRM is the integral centerpiece to the Spotler Marketing Cloud that we have developed over the course of the last few years. At that point, I will hand over to Omar, who will take you through some of the powerful features of CRM that you might not be using, things that have developed and progressed over the course of the last year or two, and some different things to try. And then, as I say, there'll be plenty of time for Q&A at the end, but submit any questions that you might have as we go through. A brief on Spotler. So Spotler are a global organization, one organization across different territories where we have more than 5,000 customers and approximately 400 employees, with head offices based in the Netherlands and then territory offices based in Spain, Germany, Austria and England. So we have a very broad reach across Europe and also into North America, and a business partner in Australia as well. When I talk about the development of CRM over the course of the last few years, not only have we enhanced the functionality to make your life easier, we've also put CRM at the centerpiece of our B2B marketing cloud. So as you can see from the screen that's in front of you, CRM sits as your central data repository for all of your customer, contact, sales, and service information. And then around the periphery of CRM, we have other point products that we will delve into over the course of this webinar series that help you to deliver service and events and email and generate leads inside of your organization. So over the course of the next few events, you'll get a bigger understanding of the scope of the B2B Marketing Cloud, but this is an initial introduction to where CRM fits as an integral part of our product strategy and our go-to-market for the next few years. For CRM specifically, we look forward to Omar showing you some helpful functionality enhancements, but fundamentally, CRM is the central repository for all of your account and contact data. And we also have solutions now available for lead management. So again, over the course of time, we'll talk to you about how our Spotler Leads application allows you to do, as an example, an IP lookup of organizations and contacts who may be on your website, which you can then pull, or we pull, through integration directly into CRM. So you get a good sense of your target audience, how they're engaging with your online content, and how they're building scores up over time in order to become leads for your business, to help you to generate opportunity and to grow your business through the products and services that you provide to your markets. The core features of CRM are contact and pipeline management. We also have extensive customizable reports and dashboards available to you, which Omar will give you a quick look to. And then, as I've touched on earlier, we have a lead management solution for IP lookup and account enrichment, which allows you to score the website behavior of your target audience, and then to build meaningful relationships with that target audience with regards to the products and services that they may be interested in. This diagram here is an articulation again of how Spotler CRM is integral to everything that we provide to all of our customers through the Spotler Marketing Cloud. So CRM sits in the middle. Over on the left-hand side, we have Spotler Leads, which I've talked about. And then over on the right-hand side, we have our email marketing platform called Mail Plus. And at the final event in October, we can talk to you about Mail Plus in detail with regards to how it allows you to generate very personalized market outreach to your audience. I think at this point, it's worth saying if anybody wants to talk to us about any of the periphery products of the Spotler Marketing Cloud, then either put your hand up in the chat or contact us after the event. We'd obviously be very happy to talk to you about the broader scope of everything that we are able to provide you in order to help your organization be efficient and also to grow as quickly as possible. We also have a whole series of integrations with Spotler CRM, which may be a well-kept secret and not all of you are aware of. So not only can we integrate with visitor identification technologies, we also have integrations with web form builders and various accounting software packages. So if you're looking to run your CRM as a billing engine for your customers, we can certainly integrate Spotler CRM into the household financial applications like Xero, QuickBooks, and Sage. We also have a long list of third-party integrations with other platforms, and one of those that Omar is going to touch on today is our integration with Zapier and how Zapier allows you to integrate your Microsoft Outlook communication directly to CRM. So you can track all of the communication and the activities that go backwards and forwards between you and your target audience and your customers. So that was a brief update from me. So I'm going to hand over to Omar, who's going to show you some of the cool stuff.
Yeah, thank you, Carl, and thank you for the introduction. Like Carl mentioned, I'm head of customer experience, and I'm going to take you through a couple of features today. Some small features that actually help you and make your CRM life a little bit easier. And we have two new modules, or one completely new and one added to the modules. So looking at the features, I'm going to take a new way of updating your contact or your accounts, frozen columns to make it all easier, a tabbed record view. I've actually something to show that is not live yet, but is coming in the next couple of weeks, and that's quick actions. Like Carl mentioned, talking to you about integrations, so syncing up your email with the CRM or using Zapier to integrate every platform that they have an integration with. The tags module, completely new, something you should start using because it makes life a lot easier. And then the automations module is not a new module, but we moved it into the modules list to make it easier for you to find and to start using it. So let me switch over to my CRM demo environment. This should all be very familiar for you guys. This is the start, the dashboard, where you find all your statistics about your CRM. And let's look at the first one, and that's bulk update. So if I go to accounts or contacts, it doesn't really matter which one. Let's use contacts for now. I can now start bulk updating multiple contacts in one go. So I can select a couple, or I can select a whole list if I want to. And if you then navigate to the More function, you find bulk update. So you don't have to go in and out every record yourself. You can select multiple, and then you can start updating them. Every field you fill in will be updated. Every field you don't fill in won't be updated. So you don't have to worry that you empty fields that you don't fill in this view. So just update whatever you want, so you know that people are from the same company or the same department, so you can easily update multiple records at once. Then the next one are frozen columns. So if I stay in this one, some people have a lot of columns. You have a lot of columns to show, a lot of data you want to see. And when you scroll, sometimes you want columns to be frozen or sticky, like it's called in like an Excel. You see that I've already made the name sticky. This works also like in the Accounts tab. How to do that? I can deselect this, and then I have a column button on the top right. If I click on my column button, I can select all my columns, but I can also move them up. So let's say I want account name to be there as well in the frozen section. I can save it, and then when it saves, you see the line moves, and name and account name are now frozen or sticky. So when I scroll from left to right, they are always visible. And yeah, things like an account name are always good to see when you're scrolling over the other data. Then the next one is a tabbed record view. So when I go into a contact, so let's grab my colleague Carolina here, and I go into her contact, and you scroll down, you have multiple of these fields. Actually, let me go to accounts, because they have more, and then it explains a bit more it shows it a bit better. So if I go into an account here, into a company, and I start scrolling, you see that I have a lot of, I can have a lot of data. You see the contacts, the tasks, the activities, and the more contacts you have, the more you need to scroll. Well, we have now a tabbed record view that you can turn on and off for yourself. It's the button right here. If I tab on it, it will switch it from one big scroll list into a tabbed view. You see it here, and it makes it way easier to navigate. Good thing to know is that this is user dependent. So I can decide that I want my accounts, for example, on the tabbed record view. Maybe I want my contacts to not have the tabbed record view and just a scroll view, but my colleagues might have a different preference. So everybody can set their own settings. So maybe your colleague likes to scroll a lot, you can leave it on the normal view. Then a new function that is not released for the customers yet, or for you as customers yet, but will be coming in the next couple of weeks, so very soon, and that is quick actions. You might have seen it already on the top here. I can click on the button, or I can use Ctrl-K to open up the quick actions. The quick actions helps you to navigate way faster through CRM. You can use the navigation to go to modules. Might not be faster because the modules on the left, of course, as well. But what is way faster are the actions. So if I'm now in the accounts module, but I want to create a new task or a new contact, I don't have to navigate to contacts and click on the new contact button. I can just do quick action and go to no contact, and it goes to it right away. So you see here, I'm creating a new contact while I was in the accounts module. So it makes it way faster. Also, what you see is that my last actions, I went into the account of 123 Inc. You still see it here. I can still easily and quickly navigate back to it because it saves it in the quick actions. So that makes life a lot easier. Then Carl mentioned integrations. And let's go back and let's go to the settings, and let's go to integrations. So we have a Zapier integration now, and with the Zapier integration, you can integrate CRM into a lot of other systems. Zapier has built default integrations with thousands of other systems. And because we build an integration with Zapier, they're all open for you as well to start integrating with. Of course, if the system is not there, you have a custom CRM or a custom data lake or something like that that you want to connect to the Spotler CRM, we always have an API available, so you can still do stuff like that as well. One other important one here is the mail sync. So what you can do is if I click on mail sync, I can connect my inbox, so my personal inbox, oh no, not personal, but my Outlook inbox, I can integrate this into my CRM. So every user can connect their own inbox. And what it then does is it starts gathering the sent emails and the received emails. So the emails you receive and the emails you send are gathered into the CRM, and they will be stored into activities. It needs to match. So it needs to match me as a user, and it needs to match your contact. So your contact needs to be in CRM. And as soon as that matches, it will be an activity and it will be stored on the account and on the contact. Good thing to know then, when it doesn't match, so for example, with internal emails and stuff like that, we don't save them, we don't store them. Emails that don't match, we skip right away, and we don't store them. So you don't have to be worried about emails you don't want to be in the CRM that shouldn't be there. As soon as a contact or a user don't match up, it won't save them and won't store them. So those are the smaller features or the smaller things that we're going to talk about. And but let's go into the bigger ones. And the first one I want to mention is tags. So tags is a completely new module, and tags is a way of segmenting your contacts or your accounts or your activities. You can do a lot with it. So what it does, it creates a segment, and we have two options, a static one and a dynamic one. So what you can do with the static one is you create a segment, you create a tag, and you can just start adding contacts to it. And even from automations or manually, you can just add people into it, and this creates you a list of contacts in your tag that you can use as filters in automations, but also in your overviews. You can also have a dynamic one, and in a dynamic one, you don't add people into it. You create a segment based on criteria. So for example, if I add a new tag, let's call it a webinar for today, and we want to do it based on, well, let's do it on accounts. Let's create a dynamic one, and then you need to say as well when it needs to sync. So how many times does it need to gather the data and check if there are new accounts in this case that fulfill the priorities, the properties. So let's see, let's do hourly. We don't have to let it do every 15 minutes or 5. Hourly is more than fine. So then I can start building my dynamic tag. So I can set the tag criteria. So for example, I can go in any account criteria. So I can go into account names or address. So maybe I want specific accounts from a specific city, and I can say, oh, I didn't want to drag. I want the city to be here, and then I can say it needs to be equal to London, for example. And then you will see on the bottom as well how many accounts will match on this criteria. In this case, there are 57 accounts that match this criteria. And I can add just more. I can do specific account names, or I can do activities or account type. So I can say, well, they need to be in London, but let's drag the account type in there as well. And it needs to be a prospect. So then you will see that the matching your criteria, the list will be way smaller, and then I can save it here as well. So in this way, you create segments. Oh, and even there are no accounts I see now that match these criteria, so we don't have prospects in London at this moment. But in this case, you create your segment, and your segment you can start using in other fields or in other modules as filters. So for example, if I go to the account module, there is a filter button here, and here you will see that you can start filtering by tags as well. And these are all the tags that we have here, and I can say webinar, and then, yeah, we already knew the segment that I built didn't have any, but it will show you the accounts that are based on the segment you create. Another powerful thing, and it gives me a nice bridge into the automation module, is that you can start automations with tags. So let's go to the automation module. In the automation module, what's new is that it's now in the module list because it was in the settings, and that we have a folder pane now as well. So you can easily create folders and manage your automations. If I create a new automation, we call it webinar as well, because that is just very easy today. Then you always have the start of an automation. And I will explain automations in a nutshell today, because we have a webinar from top of mind, it's the fourth one, that is going to be a deep dive into automations. So we do it in a nutshell today. But an automation starts with a trigger. This can be an event. You can schedule it, so it needs to run every hour or every day. Or you can use tags. So for example, you create your segment of a tag, and when a new account or a new contact joins it, a notification needs to be sent. So, or you have events. So for example, we have an updated account. You can start filtering it as well, so that it's really specific what happens. For now, for this demo, I won't. And then you see the trigger is there, and then we can do a next step, an action. And the powerful thing with automations is that you can update records, or you can add tags, or you can add them in your segments, but also you can send system messages to your colleagues that might need to know of a change on an account, for example, or you can send notification emails. So this makes it all way easier and to start managing your account. So when a prospect changes to lead, you can start sending system notifications or a notification email. You can start doing tagging and score or lead scoring, so you can up up the score or lower the score as well. So automations are a very powerful tool and very good to start using if you aren't using it yet. But like I said, we're going to do a full webinar about it. So this is automations more in a nutshell, and I won't go through full automations today. So quickly going back on the tags. So the tags is a new module. It's actually, the tags are reusable segments of records. You can create static and dynamic tags. Like I said, static is just a list you compile yourself, and dynamic looks at criteria and properties. You can filter them in grid views. You can add tags as well. So if you have static tags from all your grid views, you can add accounts or add records to your tags. You can create tags as well, so you don't have to go to the tags menu. You can just easily, quickly create a new tag, also from other modules. You can filter and trigger, and yeah, you can use them in automations, so you can start automations even more specifically for the people in the segment that you build. So these are the features that I wanted to show you today. So the bulk update makes it really easy to update a lot of contacts, a lot of records. Frozen columns, make sure that you keep seeing the right columns. The tabbed record view gives you an easier overview, so you don't have to scroll that much. The quick actions coming soon, and of course the integrations, tags, and automations. And then I'm going to hand you back over to Carl, because Carl is going to give you some key takeaways.
Thank you, Omar. Very good. Yeah, so the key takeaways. So CRM, hopefully you can see, is more powerful than you may have thought. So it's great to see Omar taking you through some of those newer features that you may or may not be using yet. Certainly, I think the tabbed record view is perhaps one of our best kept secrets. So for those of you who weren't aware of that, hopefully you enjoy it, and it makes your work lives easier over the course of the next weeks, months, and years. Omar showed you how we integrate into Outlook by using Zapier, but remember, we also integrate into a whole host of other household applications. So if you are interested in integration into your financial management application for your billing to be succinct and synchronized, then just reach out to us and let us know. I think the fundamental core pillars of CRM are marketing, sales, and service. So if you are using the platform at the moment for sales, so contact management and opportunity management, and perhaps not using it for customer service or using it for marketing, again, if you need any help, let us know. We can certainly enable those parts for you, help you with the rollout, help you with the understanding of what those different parts of the solution do. Similarly, if you're here today and you use this solution for customer service needs, but not for sales and or marketing, again, same rules applies. There's 3 core pillars to CRM. Hopefully over the course of time, you can become the beneficiary of all of those core pillars. The slide here talks about smarter lead intelligence is coming. Actually, it's coming for you, but it's already here for many of our customers on the B2B marketing cloud. So that includes scoring, which we talked quite a lot about, and then also automation journeys based on the scoring of visitors who are engaged with your digital content. And again, we'll cover that topic in great detail in future webinars. If you feel at the moment that any of the webinars in the future are just not happening quick enough for you, again, reach out to us. We can have one-to-one sessions with any customer and talk you through the detail that you may not wish to wait a few weeks for. So yeah, in summary, this is just the start. This is one of 5 of a 5-part series. But by all means, at any point over the course of time, if you want to delve in quicker and get a better understanding of what the technology stack and CRM do for you and can do for your business, just let us know. And finally, I wanted to just reintroduce the Help Center to you. So we have a Help Center for Spotler CRM, as we do for all of our products that culminate in the tech stack, the marketing platform that we have. The URL is on the page there. Equally, we have the support desk, which is led by Andres and his team. Some of you may know Andres and his team really well, so continue to work with those guys as you normally do. And then over the course of the next few weeks, I think we're very, very close to releasing an AI agent in Spotler CRM. So again, you'll be, well, not again, but for the first time, you'll be able to have a conversational chat with an AI agent with regards to support. So we've got the Help Center for support. We've got Andres and his team, who some of you will already know and love. And then we've got the AI agent coming very, very soon. So that brings us to a close with regards to our content. So I wonder if there's any questions that have come through on the board, Omar?
No, at the moment there are no questions. So I think what we explained is very clear.
Okay.
So I don't see any questions in the question tab at the moment. We can give people 1 or 2 minutes as well to maybe fill in some questions, or else we keep an eye on them even after the webinar. So if you think of a question a little bit later, reach out to us, of course. And
okay.
Well, wait, one just comes in. Can you integrate Spotler CRM with Outlook via other AI programs? Not sure what you mean exactly with that. So we have our mail sync that you can integrate Outlook right away. So that is a one-on-one integration that gets your email into the CRM. You can do it also. You can do a manual setup, so you decide which emails go into the CRM and not every email. Not fully sure what you mean with AI program, and maybe you can come back to you, Barry, and figure out what you're looking for. And with Zapier as well, might be that there is a solution.
Yeah, let's delve into that with whoever. Barry, did you say, who's asked that question? Because we are integrating with AI across our other technologies as well. So, with Mail Plus, for example, as the email platform, you can create subject lines and content using GPT. So there may be something in the question that we can help Barry with.
Yeah, I see that Andres is jumping on it right away as well, so he's gonna figure it out with you. I don't see any other questions, and maybe good to mention that if you have other ideas, so we have 5 webinars where this is one of, so 4 more coming. And if there are other subjects that you really want to hear about or you really want to know more about, just reach out to us, and we can always add more webinars to this schedule. We have 5 for now, but maybe we end up with 8 or 9 webinars.
Let's hope so. Okay, good. So I think we'll close it there. Thank you for attending. Hopefully we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Thanks to Omar and the backroom staff for getting us to this point, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.